Welcome to our comprehensive journey through the anatomy and physiology of the human eye. The eye is one of the most remarkable sense organs, allowing us to perceive the world in vivid detail. In this video, we'll explore how the eye develops, its intricate structures, and the fascinating processes that enable vision. From the earliest stages of embryological development to the complex mechanisms of light perception, each part of the eye plays a vital role. Let's begin by understanding how the central nervous system gives rise to this extraordinary organ. Development of the eye starts with the neural tube, a structure that also forms the central nervous system. The outer layer of the neural tube is made up of surface ectoderm, while the inner layer is neural ectoderm. Between these layers lies the mesoderm. As the forebrain forms, neural ectoderm projects outward, creating optic vesicles. These vesicles, along with contributions from the mesoderm and surface ectoderm, give rise to the eyes. This intricate interplay of tissues sets the foundation for the complex anatomy of the eye. As development continues, the optic vesicle undergoes invagination, forming the optic cup. At the same time, the surface ectoderm invaginates to create the lens vesicle. The optic cup's outer layer becomes the pigment epithelium of the retina, while the inner layer forms the retina's 9 layers. The nerve fibers from the retina grow back to the brain, forming the optic nerve. The lens itself is shaped from the posterior cells of the lens vesicle, and the mesoderm fills spaces between these developing structures. Mesoderm surrounding the optic cup develops into the choroid and sclera, the coats of the eyeball. Extensions from the optic cup form the ciliary body and iris. The hyaloid artery enters through the embryonic fissure, nourishing the lens vesicle and nearby structures. As the artery regresses, its space is filled by the vitreous humor, clear jelly secreted by neural ectoderm. The mesoderm also forms the interior chamber, iris layers, and main structures of the cornea. Corneal and conjunctival epithelium arise from the surface ectoderm. Folds from this layer grow in front of the cornea, unite, and then separate to form the eyelids. Mesoderm is present between the 2 layers of the lids, contributing to their structure. The extraocular muscles, ciliary muscles, orbital contents, and bony orbit are also derived from the mesoderm, highlighting its critical role in shaping the eye and its supporting structures. Eyeball is composed of 3 main coats: the outer fibrous coat, sclera and cornea, the middle vascular coat, iris, ciliary body and choroid, and the inner nervous coat, retina and optic nerve. Each layer serves a unique purpose: protection, nourishment, and sensory reception. The fibrous coat maintains the shape of the eye, the vascular coat supplies blood, and the nervous coat is essential for vision. Sclera is the tough, white outer layer of the eye, making up 5/6 of the fibrous coat. It provides structural support and protection. The cornea, forming the interior 1/6, is transparent and avascular, crucial for refracting light. Its unique structure with 5 distinct layers ensures clarity and smoothness, both vital for sharp vision. The cornea's transparency depends on the regular arrangement of its stromal component. Limbus is the transitional zone between the cornea and sclera, about 1 wide. It contains important structures like the trabecular meshwork and canal of Schlemm, crucial for fluid drainage. The uveal tract or vascular coat includes the iris, ciliary body, and choroid. These structures are interconnected and play key roles in nutrition, fluid production, and light regulation within the eye. The iris is the colored diaphragm of the eye, controlling the size of the pupil and thus the amount of light entering. Its stroma contains connective tissue, pigment cells, and muscles. The ciliary body, located just behind the iris, produces aqueous humor and contains the ciliary muscle, which adjusts the lens for focusing. Both structures are richly supplied with blood vessels and nerves, enabling precise regulation of vision. Choroid lies between the sclera and retina, rich in blood vessels that nourish the outer retina. The retina itself is a delicate, multilayered structure containing photoreceptor cells, rods, and cones that convert light into nerve impulses. The macula, especially the fovea, is the region of highest visual acuity. The optic disc, where the optic nerve exits, is known as the blind spot due to the absence of photoreceptors. Eye contains 2 main fluids: aqueous humor in the interior and posterior chambers, and vitreous humor filling the space between the lens and retina. Aqueous humor is produced by the ciliary body, circulates through the pupil, and drains via the trabecular meshwork and canal of Schlemm. Vitreous humor is a gel-like substance that supports the retina and maintains the eye's shape. Both fluids are essential for optical clarity and intraocular pressure. Lens is a transparent, biconvex structure situated behind the iris. It focuses light onto the retina and adjusts its shape for near and distant vision, a process called accommodation. The lens is avascular, receiving nutrients from the aqueous humor. With age, the lens becomes denser and less flexible, leading to conditions like presbyopia and cataracts. Its unique arrangement of fibers ensures clarity and precise focusing. Conjunctiva is a thin, moist membrane covering the front of the sclera and lining the inside of the eyelids. It keeps the eye moist and protects against infection. The eyelids, supported by muscles and tarsal plates, shield the eye from injury and help spread tears. Specialized glands in the eyelids produce oils and mucus, maintaining a healthy ocular surface and preventing evaporation of tears. Lacrimal apparatus produces and drains tears, keeping the eye moist and free from debris. The lacrimal gland, located in the upper outer orbit, secretes tears that spread across the eye with each blink. Excess fluid drains through the puncta, canaliculi, lacrimal sac, and finally into the nasolacrimal duct. Tears contain enzymes and antibodies that help prevent infection and maintain a healthy ocular surface. Visual pathway begins with light entering the eye, passing through the cornea, aqueous humor, lens, and vitreous humor, and focusing on the retina. Photoreceptors convert light into electrical signals, which travel via the optic nerve to the brain. At the optic chiasma, nerve fibers cross, allowing for binocular vision. The signals reach the visual cortex, where images are processed. This complex pathway enables us to perceive light, form, and color, making vision one of our most valued senses.